Take a walk with me. 30 for 30. It took me 30 years to learn what we'll talk about in 30 minutes. No one is coming to save you. Oftentimes, we may blame family, friends, situations, trauma on what we may be struggling with and why we may not be at a certain point in our lives. But we have to understand that we must take accountability for our actions. We must learn and take a pathway for healing. And we must make strides towards actually achieving what it is that we want in life. If we feel like we're lacking happiness and joy and peace, we have to figure out what that is for ourselves. And that may be different for each individual. However, it's no one's fault as to why we may not be in a certain situation. It's no one's fault as to why we may not be as far as we would like in life. And we have to understand that it's a journey. And there's an old saying that I used to hear a lot of people say, healing is not for the other person. Healing is for you. And we have to understand that us healing on the other side of that is our breakthrough for happiness. Us healing on the other side of that is our breakthrough for joy, and actually a place of self-discovery for where we want to go, what we want to do. We can sometimes be locked in to the things that may have happened to us to the point where it becomes our identity. So it's important that you forgive those who've wronged you, whether it's a situation, a relationship, a parent, a loved one. It's important for us to learn how to grow past those things and continue to understand that we're the only ones that are accountable for where we're going. If we continue to hold captive to individuals or situations, it delays your purpose. It delays your level of success for where you're trying to go. And it's important for you to grow at every stage of your life, every season of your life. 2, I'm not watering down or dumbing down for anyone. Oftentimes the world tries to make you like everyone else, like carbon copies. But you were never designed to water down your creativity. You were never designed to make up and dress up to be someone that you're not. And oftentimes the world will try to get you to fit into a box. And for a lot of individuals, you've never been able to fit into a box. You've never been what the world considers normal. And that's okay. Know that no matter what the situation is, continue to be yourself. There are individuals and there are people who will love you genuinely for who you are. Keep in mind that while on a journey of self-discovery, you may feel as if, I don't know who I am. I don't know what I like and what I dislike, or I don't know what my hobbies are or my passions are. But just know that you were designed, God designed you a specific way, and you're uniquely loved. You're uniquely creative in every possible way. So never dumb down. Never try to dim your light because others may be intimidated by who you are and what you represent. It's important for you to continue to shine your light in this world. 3, just because someone did not teach you does not mean it's not your responsibility to learn. You may not have been taught how to be a mother, how to be a father, how to be loving, how to have healthy relationships. However, it is your responsibility to learn. Oftentimes, parents, they do their best and they teach children in a way, as they grow into adults, the best way that they know how. They teach based off of what they've learned, based off of their life experiences. And it's important to know that when it comes down to learning things as an adult, you do not get to cop out and justify and continue to use the excuse of a crutch that, I was never brought up that way, or I wasn't raised that way. A lot of the things that we were taught wasn't necessarily always the correct thing or the right thing, or sometimes even the moral thing to do. So it's important that as you grow on your journey, that you understand that learning things that you've never done before, or learning how to communicate, or learning how to grow in areas of your life may be challenging, may be difficult, but it will stretch your capacity for growth. You'll hear a lot of individuals go through life and they never quite make it to a level of happiness, a level of peace, a level of joy, because all they know is trauma. All they know is turmoil and pain and abuse. And it's important to know that life is not designed for you to go through abused and bullied or hurt or in pain. Trials will come. However, how you learn to overcome your struggles will be one of your greatest achievements. 4, life is more than paying bills. The world will have you to believe that you are supposed to graduate high school, go to college, major in something that is going to make you a lot of money, graduate, and work a job for the rest of your life, and then die. There is way more to life than paying bills. There is way more to life than, having a job. And oftentimes the world will lead you to believe that if you have a good job, a nice car, a nice home, that you're doing well in life. When it comes down to having those things, they may be nice materialistic things to have. However, it's not going to give you peace. It's not going to give you true happiness. It's not going to help you push towards your purpose, push towards your passions in life. However, we get so fixated on bills, and it can sometimes stifle us in life, to whereas you'll look up and it'll be 10 years later and you haven't gotten a chance to achieve your goals or achieve your passions. And we fail to realize that we as human beings, we as beings here on earth for which God created us, we're more than that. We're more than slaves to a corporation. We're more than clocking in and clocking out. We're worth more than the paychecks that a lot of us get every 2 weeks. And we have more to offer in this world, in this life. And we have to understand that once we figure out how to take our purpose, take our passion, and get our time back, our levels of freedom will be limitless. Once we understand that life is about our purpose, life is about our passion, life is about giving back to others and actually making a difference in this world, then it'll be important to us to grow. It'll be important to us to achieve purpose. It'll be important to us to achieve our passion, knowing that we don't have to have a fear or a hold on us when it comes down to bills, when it comes down to finances, that you are able to achieve financial freedom, to improve your life, to improve the lives of others, to improve the lives of our loved ones. 5, don't live for your parents, but don't be foolish either. A lot of the times, parents may have a fixated idea on what they may have wanted for your life. They may have already picked out what kind of career you're going to have. They may have plans already established for what they think may be best suited for your life. However, oftentimes our parents can be wrong. Our parents, as I always say, they did the best that they could. However, it may not look like following the career path for which they designed or what they want you to do. You'll oftentimes meet people who will talk about how they're in a career field, and when you ask how they got there, they will talk about how it was what their parents wanted them to do or what maybe their elders wanted them to do. It's important for you to continuously live for yourself, doing things that others want you to do, doing things that maybe your parents or elders or those that you may look up to wanting you to do may not be what you were designed for. It may not be what you're passionate about or even what you're purposed to do. And it's great to follow your purpose, but you also want to use wisdom. What does wisdom look like? Wisdom will help you as far as providing a plan for your goals, a plan for your dreams, and a plan for how you are to continue to achieve your own self-improvement, your own passions, your own happiness, your own joy, your own peace. 6, take small strides every day towards your goals. Taking small strides every day towards your goals helps you as you continue to improve, as you continue to achieve your passion, your purpose, your level of success, and helps you grow within yourself as an individual. We oftentimes think that we have to take these big leaps and these well-calculated risks, when if we take just small micro tasks to where we're executing every single day, then we'll see improvement in a few weeks from now. We'll see even more of an improvement 6 months from now, and you'll see massive improvement within yourself, within your joy, within your happiness, within your peace, within your health, even 1 year from now. If you start to take small strides every day towards your goals, towards improving yourself, towards healing, towards growing, towards learning, you more than likely won't recognize your old self a year from now. It's important that we're constantly growing and evolving as human beings, that we're constantly expanding, and that we're changing from one season to the next. It's crucial for us, as there are people who need your gifts. There are people who need your talents. There are people that need the capacity for which is inside of you. And you can't count yourself out. You have to continue to take small strides. Small strides when you don't feel like it. Small strides even when that little voice in the back of your head is trying to tell you to give up. Small strides when it may not even feel well, but you have to push yourself. As for pushing yourself is going to continue to evolve who you are, and it's going to continue to increase your joy. It's going to continue to increase your peace and continue to push you into what success looks like for you, and into what happiness looks like for you, into what peace looks like for you. And while you're taking those small strides, you have to kind of do how horses do and have your blinders on to be able to understand that you can't be distracted. You can't be detoured from taking those micro small strides each day and continuing to grow and expand in that. 7, handle people according to their category. You should have categories for people who are high-ranking and individuals who do not add value within your life. It's important to understand that with all relationships, there are seasons. There are seasons where you may be closer to others, versus there may be seasons where people who you were close with in those past seasons are now maybe a little distant. I believe that with all people who you may come in contact with, they serve purpose in some form or capacity. When starting on your journey, whether it's to improve your life and you're seeking happiness, you're seeking joy, you're seeking peace, purpose, passion, a new relationship, a new career choice, it's important to learn how to categorize people accordingly. For those individuals who are supportive, they push you towards your dreams, they push you towards your goals, they encourage you, they support you, they're always there to cheer you on. Those are people that you want to value. Those are people who you want to make time for. You want to allow those individuals to take capacity in your space, to take capacity in your heart. But for individuals who you know, they're negative, they don't add any positive influence to your life, they don't add value, and you're not able to add value to them because they're unable to receive wisdom, they're unable to receive knowledge, or they refuse to within a capacity. Those types of individuals, you have to place them in the correct category. And that category may look like distancing yourself for a season until they're able to achieve their own happiness and growth and healing. And that's okay. I always have this saying, just because someone may be a thief, I'm not going to get mad that they're a thief. I'm just not going to leave my purse around them. Allow people to rank in your life according to their capacity. Where you're going, the success you're about to achieve, the way you're about to grow and expand in life, that individual may not be able to handle you at that capacity. And if you're already on a journey to what success may look like for you or happiness may look like for you, and you see yourself changing and you see yourself growing and expanding, and those individuals are around, that may look like jealousy. That may show up in insecurity. That may show up in lack of support. So you want to make sure that you're ranking those individuals accordingly. 8, invest early and not later. Oftentimes you hear the saying, oh, you're young, you have time. You don't have as much time as you think, especially if you want to live a life free according to your terms, according to what you want to do in life and how you want to live your life here on this earth. So investing, what does that look like? That can look like multiple things. Investing in your health. Oftentimes, I've heard of people in their 30s having strokes, having heart attacks. It's important to invest in your health early. And that may look like taking a 30-minute walk, going to the gym if that's your thing, doing an at-home workout. Also investing even within your finances, learning to do things that you've never done before. A lot of us weren't always taught the best way to manage money or how to invest, but learning how to make your money work for you, to be able to do a lot of the things that you want to do in this life, whether it's give back, help others, help your family. By learning how to invest now, you'll be able to do more later. It's important as well, you'll see individuals, especially in their teens or early 20s, that are able to do things that take people 20 and 30 years to do. They're able to accomplish such big goals because they invested in themselves early. So no matter where you are, start now. Whether it's taking a class, getting a certification to help you toward your goals of self-improvement, or putting things in place for you to be disciplined when it comes towards your finances, because you don't have as much time as you think. 9, it's okay to start over. You owe no one an explanation. When starting over, it gives you the ability to reevaluate what may have worked, reevaluate areas of your life that you want to improve, and gives you a peace of mind. For some of you, starting over may be the best thing for your own mental health. For some of you, starting over will open up doors that you could never even imagine. And it puts things into a new perspective. It puts into perspective what success looks like. It puts into perspective that the things that this world values so much, how minuscule they are. It puts into perspective what true happiness means for yourself, and how growth and understanding your self-identity is going to be revealed in starting over. No matter where you are, no matter what it may look like, no matter what you potentially may lose, starting over can be the greatest comeback that you've ever experienced in your life, and can position you into a place that you never thought you would be. We often look at people who we deem as successful, and we don't realize that at some point they started over. At some point they went back to the drawing board and decided to make a decision to make better decisions. At some point they decided, this is not the life that I want to live, and I want something different, and I want something more. And that is completely fine. We forget that even as humans, we're continuously learning, we're continuously evolving, and it's okay to make a mistake, but the important thing is to learn from it. And sometimes certain mistakes may detour us, but the detour may open opportunities, community, advancements that we never even saw coming. So don't be afraid to start over. Don't be afraid to look at life from a new lens, because that is the only way that you're going to grow. Seasons change, people change, but God's promises for you are still the same. 10. You do not owe anyone an explanation. Oftentimes we feel as if we owe someone something when they ask us a question or they're inquiring about our own self-development and our own self-improvement. However, you do not owe anyone an explanation. We get so caught up in wanting to defend ourselves so badly that we miss the mark. We allow others to take our peace when we over-explain ourselves or feel as if we have to go to bat for ourselves to defend ourselves. However, your success, your passion, your healing, your journey, your joy, your mental health is not wrapped up in another individual. At the foundation of it, it's all determined based off of you and your ability and desire to change and grow. You don't owe people an explanation when you change and grow. Oftentimes people, they may look at you differently, or they may make comments about how you're different now. However, your change and your growth should be inevitable. And if you feel as if you've been stagnant, if you feel as if you're constantly not growing, continue to change and make moves silently. Don't feel as if an explanation is needed, because it's not. The only person that you owe an explanation to about your change, about your growth, is yourself. And that's all that matters at the end of the day. Also, be mindful about how you measure success. Success is often measured by how much money you have in the bank, or often measured by, the kind of house you have, or the car you drive, or the zip code you may live in. Be mindful that success is going to be different for everyone else. And yes, materialistic things are nice, but it's going to mean something different for each individual. Understanding and learning who your identity is. Understanding and knowing who you are. And when you discover that, you won't feel the need or urge to feel like you owe others an explanation for your own personal growth. But just know that your decisions are for you to make. And the best thing for you to do in all seasons of your life is to move in silence. Your actions speak louder than any explanation that you could ever give another individual. Your actions show people what it is that you feel like you want to live for your own personal life. It shows people what you're passionate about, what your purpose is. And it can also be very much, very much as an inspiration to others, right? It can absolutely inspire others when they see that you are living your true, authentic self. It can spark off a domino effect with others as well. And sometimes it just takes one. It takes one person to step out of the status quo, one person to say, I'm going to identify with what makes me happy, how I plan to grow, how I plan to live my life in this journey to inspire others to do the same. It took me over 30 years to get to a place of understanding my explanation is not needed, but my actions and how they impact others is appreciated. Never feel that you're less than. Never feel that you can't start. Never feel that because of your age, it prevents you from still being impactful in this life. You owe no one an explanation. There will come a time where you will need to make a tough decision, and you may not necessarily always have all of the answers on the other end of the door. You can do your best to prepare as much as possible, but people may not understand why you're doing things, or it may upset them or make them concerned and fearful or doubtful for the decisions that you're making towards your own self-improvement, towards your own success. But you have to remember that he who angers you controls you. You have to remember that he who can disturb your peace controls you as well. And you don't have to feel like you have to defend yourself. You owe no one an explanation for where you're going and for the decisions and the path for which God is taking you on. I hope that this video has inspired at least one person. I'm excited for your journey, and I hope that this helped you.